Hello everybody, today we are going to be exploring the octave, the perfect eighth, the most pure of the tonal pairings. Words cannot stress exactly how important this one is, so we're going to have to dig truly deeply into this sound. Thus far, our journey has brought us to many musical sounds, starting with the minor second, the major second, sounds like teeth chattering, the minor third, sad or dark, the major third, happy or bright, the perfect fourth, here comes the bride, the tritone, demons, Star Wars, the minor sixth, the entertainer, the major sixth, the NBC jingle, the minor seventh, somewhere from West Side Story, and the major seventh. And that major seventh brings us one step away from our final resolution, the perfect eighth or the octave. Let's unpack all of that on the piano here. For us to reach an octave, we must travel 12 half steps from C to C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and reach the top at C. Now that gives us one octave above C. Now let's go in reverse, starting from the top. 12 half steps from C to B, now B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, E flat, D flat, and finally an octave down to C. The tones together create this sound. Now I know I said that it's a perfect eighth, but it requires us to move 12 half steps or 6 whole steps. None of those numbers are 8. Well, check this out. From C going up to C, let's count on our fingers. C, go up the alphabet, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. 8. What do you think about that, fool? That's right, you ain't gonna do anything about that now, are you? Let's talk about some of the contexts in which you will hear an octave. There are many situations where octaves are used, but some of the main ones that you'll find are, number 1, melodic leaps. Number 2, funky bass lines, especially those from the 1970s. 3, in smooth jazz. It is especially pervasive in this genre. And 4, in real jazz as well. Now the best way to learn any interval, and this includes all the previous ones I covered on this series, is to just play it over and over again and name it. Just say it. Vocalize what you're doing. Octave. 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 Sing it if you have to. Octave. 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 Right? Learn how to play it all over the place. Long notes, octave. Short notes, octave. Okay? Harmonic octaves, melodic octaves. You have to be able to say and play these. Octave, 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 octave. I am Octavius. I am the overlord of the Omaha Octaves, the best football team in the land, by the way. And we're all going to eat oxtail at Oxford in the US of A. Octave. Octavius is playing octaves with Romulus, because that's my other name. The second best way to learn how to hear octaves is by having different examples of actual music and songs that you've heard before, familiar melodies or harmonies that include the octave. Alright, now we're going to go through those different various contexts that I outlined just before, and we're going to start with number 1, melodic examples of the octave in famous songs. The first example is going to be Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
This song was originally written by Harold Arlen with lyrics by Yip Harburg, famously sung by Judy Garland in the movie The Wizard of Oz. Somewhere over the rainbow. Basically what you have to do with this is you have to stop the melody short. and I say this all the time, especially in my previous videos, you stop the melody after the first 2 notes, okay? That's how we're going to learn. We learn by playing incomplete melodies and not learning the entire song. Somewhere, there's your octave leap, and that is your octave interval, and that is your most useful ear training tool that I can think of. The next song was written by a couple of guys named Lee Harline and Ned Washington. Yes, this is When You Wish Upon a Star, originally sung by Jiminy Cricket in the movie Pinocchio. Gotta get your delicate crooner voice going here. Gotta get your delicate crooner voice moving here. When you wish upon a star, hum dum 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 dum. Oh. That's exactly how you gotta hear the octave. You gotta just sing this song, but only sing the first 2 notes. When you... and then just cut it off there. You don't have to go any further. It's not even that good. Disney is not that great. Nothing Disney has done since probably 1970 is not very good, alright? So don't even bother. Pinocchio's okay though. Jiminy Cricket is the best. He's awesome. Forget I said any of that. Octave. That's all we care about right now, okay? Doesn't matter what my opinions on Disney are. When you don't move on with that melody. But I just did. So what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. The next couple of examples come from the shred guitar world. And any, fans of shredder guitar are gonna know exactly which ones I'm talking about. The first is a song called Tender Surrender by Steve Vai. Here, the main melody is played using all harmonic octaves moving around in parallel motion. Nice slidey octave sounds there from Mr. Vai. I don't have any jokes for this one, just remember, that is a harmonic octave. All on the E minor pentatonic scale, by the way. The next song comes from a guy with a very suggestive name, Eric Johnson with Manhattan. Now that is Smooth, Smooth, Smooth McGroove. And this one's an E flat minor pentatonic. Alright, and that's pretty much all there is to it. More harmonic octaves. Okay, it's just the same note in a low register and a high register. So make sure you remember this sound. Ready? Listen one more time. Listening is key. Letting it fade out is key. Really absorbing and appreciating the notes that are being played here. E flat, E flat. Another example comes in the form of My Sharona by the Knack. Now, although the lyrics are a little bit questionable, we do have an octave explicitly being outlined in the main riff of the song. And this song's actually a lot of fun to play really fast, too. Sounds like a Frank Zappa song at that point. But we're using the octave, okay? And don't forget it. I guess the final thing I'm going to say for this video is understanding the full spectrum of octaves on your instrument, okay? Now in this case I'm playing an acoustic guitar. I basically have 4 octaves to my disposal here, and well, an upper one here, but I can't get all the way up to the top note again. But I'm going to play an E, a low E, then I'm going to play the next E at the 7th fret of the A, then I'm going to play the next E at the 9th fret of the G, then I'm going to play the next E at the 12th fret. Alright, and that's the extent of the octaves that I can play. So we want to go E, 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 and then E, E, E. And you want to be able to understand that's the range of octaves on your instrument. Alright? And just play them over and over and over again. Octave, 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 octave. Octave, octave, oh, octave, if, octave, octave, up, octave, 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 octave. That's how psychotically you need to be attached to this, alright? Don't play any other intervals like I'm doing. hit that octave, right? Play 2 octaves in a row, 4 octaves in a row. Those are all octaves, I promise you. And I guarantee if you sit down and you think of it like this, you just sit down once for a long stretch of time and just say the word octave in your head over and over again like a tape loop, and then play octaves all across the guitar. You'll be hearing it in no time. That in addition with all those song examples, we're going to be great. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for sticking around. Hope this was a fun one. This concludes this portion of the interval series. I'm probably going to do some more, like some quizzes on this, but other than that, that's all we got for the octave. We covered every single interval up until this point. So I might make another video with all of the intervals combined and sort of more of a comprehensive one. But beyond this, it's ninths, it's tenths, it's 11ths, you know, all those extension intervals, which we're not quite ready to cover yet. We got to get these down first and foremost. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed it, and enjoy your day, enjoy your night, whatever it is. Just don't get a fright, because it is October. Happy Halloween!